Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, will statements inside a method which come after the written statement will be executed or not? The answer is no. The statements which come after the written statements in any method won't be executed. The written statement when encountered in a method will terminate the execution of that particular method there itself. In the line where written statement is there inside the method, there itself, the method execution will stop and then the control will return back to the method calling statement. Let me practically demonstrate this for you so that you will be able to understand in a better way the answer for this question. So for that, I'll move to this Eclipse IDE and here I'm going to create a new class, okay? Written statement demo. Like this, I'll write some class name, some random class name I'm giving with, and clicking on finish. So now inside this class, I'm going to create a main method. Okay. I'm just going to create a main method, control space, and the main method got created, guys. Okay. The main method got created. And inside this main method, I'm not going to write anything now. But here, I'm going to create one more method, public static void. I'll just call this method or name this method as sample1. Okay. And inside this method, I'll write a statement like this, system.out.println. Okay. Inside sample1 method. Okay. And here one more print statement I'll write down. Okay. So end of sample1 method. Okay. Like this, I'll write one more print statement. Now, what I will do here is in between these two print statements, I'll write a return statement saying return, let's say number 5, some random return. Okay. I'm returning some number, say 5. The return type, when there is a return statement inside a method, the return type should be changed according to the value that you are returning. Here you are returning an integer value. So the return type of this method should be int. Fine. Now, here from the main method, I need to call this method, right? Sample1. Sample1. Okay. So, fine. Now, when I run this code, what will happen is program execution will start from the main method and the sample1 method will be called. The control will come from here to here. Control will come from the method calling statement to the method and the execution will start. Inside sample1 method will be executed. After that, this return 5 statement will be executed where this return statement is returning a value 5 back to the method which called this particular method. Who called this sample1 method? Sample1 from the main method has called the sample1 method here. So this 5 will be returned back to the sample1 calling statement. And the program execution will stop here itself. It will terminate here itself. What about the code that is coming after the return statement? What about the code which is coming after the return statement? It won't be executed. Hence, you are getting an error here. You see, unreachable code. If you write any code after the return statement in Java inside a method, that particular code which is coming after the return statement won't be reachable. Execution will not happen of this particular line. Hence, we are getting a compiler error already because this won't get run, guys. Okay. So here, if you just comment it out, the error will go off. Once the return statement is encountered, the method execution will terminate and it will return the value back to the method calling statement. The control will go back to the method calling statement. Whatever the method calling statement is there, which has called this method, to that method calling statement, the control will go back after terminating the method execution here. Though you have lot of statements after this return statement, you have lot of statements after this method, none of the statements will be executed because return statement inside this method will terminate the execution here itself and return the value back and take back the control back to the method calling statement to which this value will be returned. So hope guys you got the answer for this question. Will statements inside method which come after the return statement will be executed? The answer is no. Return statement in method terminates the execution of the method and returns the control back to the calling statement. If there are any statements still after this return statement inside a method, since the code will not be reachable for execution, you are going to get a compiler error. Okay. As a bonus, you are going to get compiler error. So here the question is asking us like as per the question, will the statements will be executed? Statements won't be executed. The answer is, statements won't be executed. So no is the answer. But you'll get a compiler error to remove that. You see, if you uncomment this one, you'll get compiler error stating that you have to remove this. Okay, remove this unreachable code. Eclipse IDE is saying that this code is unreachable. Okay, remove it. It's kind of saying remove this unreachable code. Okay, once you say remove, right, all the code which you have written after the return statement got removed. Okay, automatically by Eclipse IDE. That means after the return statement, no need to write any statements because that code won't be executed, guys. Okay, that code won't be executed by Java. Okay, because the control will terminate here, the method execution will stop here or terminate here, and the control will go back to the method calling statement which has called this particular method, okay, while execution. So that's all for this session, guys. With practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye-bye.